And I'm actually going to get right into it. And you really want to know how. You know, how can I blaze my own path? How can I be successful? How can I follow the path that someone else has laid for me to be successful?
I'm sitting on deuces while the blunt burn. Still raping rap music cause I want more. All money in, it's just us four.
Alright, what's good everybody? What's up? Welcome to Campus Cuts, episode 213. Today I have a special guest, talented, multifaceted. This guy is popping on the internet, is athletic. He's out here doing this thing. I have the pleasure and the honor of having my guy, Trey, onto the podcast. I've been wanting to do this. It's been a long time coming, and I'm super excited. What's up, Trey?
What up? What up?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, dude, I'm telling you, I'm honestly super excited. I'm grateful that you even took the time. So,
Quarantine radio.
Quarantine radio. So basically, the reason why I started Campus Cuts, this has been a side project. This has been a project that I've been working on for a long time, been wanting to do. It's all about. It was essentially first supposed to be like, how can I get people the bar, like LeBron James, the shop, the concept of that, or bring that to Baylor, and also like see, all right, we talk about diversity and unity and inclusion because that's my role as student government. But I'm like, we got to make sure that how we can get everybody's story on here, what they do, who they are, who they're about, and I feel like an underrepresented voice is the student athletes. Because y'all, like, everybody just has this opinion, like, oh yeah, y'all got it, whatever. So, yeah, man. So, but I just wanted to just give this platform, just chop it up about like, especially you, man. I'm doing some big things, but of course, just give you basic information: your name, your year, your major, your hometown, and then after that, we'll move on from there.
Trey Fields, you know what I'm saying? I am a junior here at Baylor from Houston, Texas. My major is corporate communications. It was business.
Okay.
But switched it to corporate communications.
Okay. And a hometown?
Houston, Texas.
Okay, Houston, Texas, man. Wow. Wait, so why the switch from business to corporate communication?
I mean, I like business, but I ain't the brightest at math. So when you start equations and all that, mine start going everywhere. So
Yeah. Definitely understand that. Now, of course, my question is, why did you choose Baylor out of all the schools that you could have gone to? Tell the people about like what you do a little bit, athlete, but you're more than that. That's the most important thing, understanding that you are just more than an athlete, but like describe your journey, why'd you choose here, and then how's it been so far?
Well, at first I honestly wasn't looking to even go to Baylor, but because they sent me a letter so late, it was like last minute,
Yeah.
Baylor sent me a letter, you know what I'm saying? I want to check it out. They asked me to come on a visit. I was like, cool. But I already knew that Jeremy Warner went here, Michael Johnson, you got Trayvon Bromell who went here. You got Will London who's still there, and I'm just like, man, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of heads, a lot of talent, and history. And the head coach is still there who coached Jeremy Warner, Michael Johnson, Trayvon. So I'm like, man, this would be a great opportunity if I go here. And it would be a lot smarter for me to go here, especially to pursue my dream, track and field. I was like locked on just track. And that was it. As I got to Baylor, though, over the years, you kind of start thinking about other stuff.
Yeah.
That's when like the YouTube came in effect. That's when I started my sophomore year. Started the YouTube. It wasn't that good at first, you know what I'm saying? It took a little minute.
I remember I was one of the first subscribers.
I remember that. Yeah, and I just did a couple blogs, wasn't really doing anything. So I started to like branch off and do like other stuff, like public interviews, because I was like popping and trending at the time for like social media.
Yeah.
So did that. First video, that's like my most viewed video right there. And I was really about to quit YouTube because I've been doing it for like a month and a half. And I'm not getting no views. I'm not getting people not really liking the content. So made that public interview, took off. It sparked memory, not memory, but just ideas for other stuff like clothing, fashion, investing, you know. Just started doing that now.
So, like, I mean, of course. So, are you gonna continue doing track, or you're like, you know what, it's all right because, of course, with the quarantine, everything has been delayed. I know that we had that previous conversation when we were outside the bank, when I was working, and you were having a great indoor season, and then of course, outdoor you're like you're trying to get it, you're trying to go NCAA champion, and of
Yeah.
course, it's that junior year, that's where it's like you start developing and all that, and now that this stopped. What's your head at now? Like, how are you feeling? What's like, you know what, you're just going to do this, or you're going to continue pursuing the other routes that you said that you've been dabbling in?
I'm gonna continue doing track, but the only thing about track is there's not a lot of money in it, And I understand a lot of people like, oh, what you doing it for the money for? I'm like, where I come from, it's not just about the money, because the money is going to give not only me but my family a better opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get to the bag, I'm trying to get to the money, but a lot of people don't understand that. They just want to do it because it's like their dream. And I understand that too. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I support that. But for me, it's more so my dream and at the same time getting the bag. But since this quarantine stuff happened, man, I had a lot of time just to think and just do a lot of stuff and really just like think about my future. And so YouTube, I just started doing music. So I'm like really passionate about that as well. Investing, I started taking it serious. Um, Fashion, kind of like still kind of like pushing it, but I'm not like pushing it too much. I'm kind of just on a halt right there, just holding that off.
Absolutely.
Music, still track, YouTube for sure, and investing for sure. Definitely want to take that to account because I know you can do a lot of great things within those realms. If you do it right, you can do a lot of great things.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people might, what I'm saying, they don't think that YouTube is a real job, but everybody out here, they family with it and they living their best life while having fun. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do, and I really want to go to LA. That's where big YouTubers are at, and I know if I'm able to go out there, it'll be a lot more easier for me to connect, get in touch with people, get videos out, and go
Yeah.
up there faster. So.
And it's so crazy because the trajectory is like, if you're going to go to LA, you're going to go to New York, you want to be an actor.
Yeah.
Now, because of technology and how it seemed like the internet platform has continued to evolve, it's like, now I'm going to LA because I want to be a YouTuber. 10 years ago, bro, everybody would be looking at you like crazy, like, what is this guy even talking about?
Now everybody want to do YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At first it was like, oh, that's lame. It ain't a real job, yada, yada, yada. Now you see everybody hopping on the trend. They're like, you can make a lot of money from this.
Yeah.
Okay. You can get a lot of clout from this. Okay. Because, that's the thing nowadays. Everybody want clout. And everybody want that popular status. And YouTube is a way to get that. But it's not like just that easy,
Yeah.
People forget. They just think they can just hop on, post a video, and then get a billion views, and you all of a sudden famous. It's not like that.
Not like that. And it's so crazy because the amount of work and, like, especially now, like, the people don't understand the editing, and you're editing and doing it consistently, and how you were doing it consistently while doing everything else, that, like, being a full-time NCAA D1 athlete, and not being like, okay, yeah, I'm just doing it like for fun, but like, you're one of the top people at school. So, bro, like, do you sleep?
I sleep. I sleep the same. I don't know. I mean, like now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll be staying up to like 2 or 3 in the morning. Sometimes it's editing. Sometimes I'm honestly just chilling, playing Fortnite. Or I'm writing music. Like that's another thing. Like music, I've been taking this like super duper serious, right?
Yeah.
I'll stay up from I start at like 10 and I won't go to sleep till like 2, 3 a.m. I'm just writing. I'm finding beats. I'm just doing a whole bunch of other stuff too. I'm trying to rhyme, trying to make it sound good, make sure it flows right, make sure the words that I'm saying are right. There's a whole lot of stuff, man.
Man, that's That's good. Hold on, give me 1 second. My sister. Yeah? Oh, I'm recording a podcast. No, like, I'm recording a podcast. You see it after. Wait, what? What shoes are you looking for? Like, because I'm recording from my computer.
There's only your shoes in there?
Yeah. My bad, bro. Little sister, you know, siblings. Being in the house.
Yeah.
Man, so like talk about like that music, that idea of music. Why did you always wanted to do music, or has it been, of course, you know, you listen to everybody. So
More so it's like it's a thought that always been in the back of my head.
yeah.
I really was like, nah, you know, I can't do that, you know? And I was like, because I listen to all types of music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those people who just gear towards certain artists. I kind of listen to like everybody, whether that's Trippie Redd, Russ, Logic, Drake. You know what I'm saying? I listen to like everybody. And so I was like, man, I feel like I really could just put something together because I listen to music a lot. I be trying to, you know what I'm saying, freestyle every now and then while I'm in the shower and whatnot. Like, man, I really can hop on this and I can do this. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna try it. You know, so I do have a song, but nobody like has heard it. I mean, some people heard it, but I didn't put it out yet.
Okay. Feedback. How's the feedback?
Pretty good. Some people are, oh, it's pretty good for your first song, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know usually when people like usually start rapping, they can't like they're not on beat, you know?
Yeah.
They can't really flow with it. But the fact that I'm kind of able to just flow kind of or pretty well, knowing that I'm, you know what I'm saying, like a new artist, yada, 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 it's like, that's pretty good. And now, you know, I got some more songs written in my notes. I have like 7 songs written down. I just need to go to the studio and like get all that done.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna drop an EP.
Bro.
People be asking me like, man, why you do it all, bro? You trying to do music, you doing YouTube, you running track, you wanna start your own brand, you investing, why you doing all that? I'm like, you got a lot of time on your hands now. Do what you wanna do, you know? A lot of people sleeping all day. Some people may be playing the game all day. You know, that's something the old me would do, play games all day. I mean, mind you, I still do play games, but now I just kind of want to work, because you know I got all this time now. And then before we didn't have that, before the coronavirus. So in a way, I look at the coronavirus kind of like a blessing, but a curse at the same time.
Yeah.
This is a curse because people are, you know what I'm saying, actually getting sick. People are dying. It's actually a bad disease. But the cons to that, or the pros to that, is that the people don't got to go to work. You know, you got more free time on your hands. You should use that to your advantage, you know?
Yeah.
So,
bro, I definitely understand that that idea of pushback. It's if you're doing everything and if you do it well, people are gonna be like, you're gonna have people that are gonna be like, yeah, man, I'm rooting for you. But then honestly, you have people that are gonna be like, they're secretly hating or they're being envious and jealous.
oh, I've already ran into it already.
Dude, like, so what is your mindset and your how do you navigate especially when the people, it's like people that are close to you, like, oh bro, yeah, and then when you're leveling up, what do you do in order to say, you know what, I can't necessarily focus on that anymore, I just forget you?
I don't necessarily do that, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to seem like I'm like trying to go Hollywood on anybody. You feel me? So as I started like growing on YouTube and whatnot, I had one of my homeboys. He was also doing YouTube as well, but he wasn't growing as fast as I was. You feel me? He wasn't getting the views, wasn't getting subs, yada yada yada. But I was still there. I was still trying to help him out. You know, give him ideas, asking him if he wanted to film. Like I did everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I threw you under the bus or tried to push you behind that you're any lesser than me, because I feel like everybody's the same, whether you got 10 million subscribers or 1 subscriber, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's the same. And recently, he unfollowed me on like all platforms. And I was like, You know, why'd you unfollow me? Because at the time he started getting like a bunch of subscribers and whatnot. And I guess he kind of felt like Hollywood, like, oh, I'm getting all these views. I don't really need nobody else. So he unfollowed me. And I was like, yo, like, why'd you unfollow me? I'm saying I didn't say that. I was just like, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna follow you too, you know? So that happened. He like recently followed me back and he just started like hitting my line more, you know, DMing me, asking, can I like do this for him and commenting under my pictures. Cause now he sees that I'm working with like the top YouTubers, like the top dogs in LA. So he's like, oh, he's actually doing something now. Like, how did he do that? You know, how did little old me get in contact with all these big other YouTubers, you know? Because that's really hard to do, you know? And so he sees that and he sees that I'm getting like the recognition. A lot of people are starting to follow me. I'm getting likes. A lot of people are starting to comment more. He's like, I'm gonna hop on the train. You know what I'm saying? Try to be cool with him again. But it's like, bro, I tried to help you out. He kind of was like, nah, I don't need it. And now you're coming back, you know? Like, what's up? I tried to help you out. So I just kind of like, with people like that, man, I just like play along. Like they comment, I respond back. But it's not nothing serious. So kind of just like shrug my shoulders, keep it pushing.
Yeah, yeah, that's bro, and that's something that I am a little bit, I don't want to say nervous about, but something that I'm just trying to be keeping constant in the back of my mind, because eventually, I want to move to LA, acting. I'm gonna do acting, directing, own my own production company. You know, this is like the start, like this is the beginning of it, or I'm planting the seeds, and you know, I had somebody's like wanted to do a business idea, but then it's like, oh, so you want to partner with this business idea because I have like a great mentor, but you're the same person that was kind of ragging down on my clothing line, saying like, why is he charging this much price? Yeah, you know, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense because 1 minute you're there, the next minute you're there, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't keep it 100, you know? I don't like that, especially like with friends. With me, I think friendships is like, if I call you my friend, I'm really calling you like my brother, you know? So I take that like very serious. And the fact that you kind of like pushed me out the way and then you wanted to come back, it was just like, that's a little shady, bro. You know, like, you're not really my friend. You only here because I'm always, you see me making moves. He's like, oh, I want to be a part of it. Like, I know him. You know, so when I blow up, he's like, oh, yeah, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting clout now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about that.
Man. But you know what? That's just the game of life, honestly. People come and go, it flows.
Facts.
And but you know, I remember there's a bunch of time how you mentioned how people like Russ, and how you mentioned you always like put a lot of Russ stuff on your stories. What's inspiration that you get from Russ? Because you know, everybody when Russ was started, like everybody's like, "Oh, this guy, he talks too much crap or anything," but then they're only taking like snippets of what he's saying. Like, why do you like Russ so much, and what about it? And like, how do you feel like it resonates, and how you relate to him?
In a way, he just took a different route. I know that for sure. I know a lot of people who want to get in contact with like, big YouTubers and whatnot. They all take the same route. Everybody takes the same route, you know? Nobody wants to do anything different. But he did something different. He took a different route and it worked. I took a different route and it worked, you know? And it's still working. So it's just like, he took a different route. He did it himself. He didn't ask nobody to put him on. That was just like me. I did it myself. I didn't ask anybody to, hey, help me blow up, or help me learn how to edit, or help me make a thumbnail. You know, I didn't do that. Oh, yo, help me buy a camera. It wasn't like that. It was kind of like, I'm going to do it myself. You know, I'm not really going to ask for nobody help. I'm going to do it myself. And when I blow up because I did it myself. Nobody helped me. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is he independent. And I like that. He's very independent. He's very self-conscious and he loves himself. And I know a lot of people don't like when you love yourself because it's I don't know, I guess it's a problem that you love yourself, which shouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should love themselves. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you look like, You know what I'm saying? How tall you are, how you know what I'm saying, how your hair looks. Or, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You should love yourself regardless.
Yeah.
He loves himself, and a lot of people take that as him like trying to bash people. Or when he talks about drugs and how artists shouldn't endorse it, I mean, it makes sense, but I guess his way of putting it to the public is what people don't like about him. But that's just him. You know what I'm saying? That's just something you can't change about him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely in love with that idea of like of him saying he did it himself, and cause
He,
it takes a lot. My professor, my mentor, is saying too many times because we live in this age of entitlement,
yeah.
and we don't want to we don't want to enable our talents, and we expect somebody else to help us, and then when we don't get that help, we then start complaining and we just sit on our butt even more and be like, oh, no one's gonna help me, but
Right.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
like I mean, because honestly, you're born into this world alone. Like no one came with you unless you have a twin, and you're going to die alone. Like maybe you could die in an accident, but
You're going to die alone. That's a fact.
like why not go hard now? And so for you being like somebody with like so like diverse talents, I saw that video of you and that girl that you made the thumbnails for, and it's because sometimes your channel's like it's kind of funny because you being a comedian or like your content is comedy, it can be hard for when people say, oh, is he being serious or is it real or it's just for the sake.
Uh,
So like how are you able to, because I know that's for a lot of entertainers and I'm just studying that as well, like how do you as an entertainer are able to put a blur on the line, like, hey, this is just for jokes, this is just for gags, and also like saying, all right, I'm just gonna take a step back and not show everybody everything, possibly like my relationship with my girl, anything like that, because I feel like when you start getting there, people are gonna be like reading your comments like did you and Alyssa break up, like, oh my gosh, I hope you guys still together, and it's like
uh, I mean, everything isn't for the internet. I'm going to be keeping a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? But half the time, or even more than half the time, it's all jokes. A very small percentage of like any YouTuber, whether it's like him filming with a girl or him saying that he likes this girl, it's all for entertainment. Because that's what people like. People like entertainment and they like drama, right?
Mhm.
So mix those two together, it's like the perfect combo. But you also don't want to put too much of your personal life on the internet because that can backfire in the future. I'm saying you don't want to like express your thoughts too much, whether that's on Twitter, Instagram, because people do go back and they will screenshot it. You know what I'm saying? We've all seen it before. Oh, he said this when he was like 12, you know? You'd be like, oh, but he was 12 when he said it. And other people be like, oh, it don't matter. He still said it, you know? So I'm real conscious about like even now or even before, like what I say is like, I gotta make sure I like actually think about it, you know? So now I just tweet a bunch of motivational stuff. I really don't take Twitter too serious because Twitter is just for jokes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is more serious, for sure.
Honestly. So you got 1 million views on TikTok, bro. You about to blow it up, bro. I'm telling you guys, he's really about to blow up very soon.
Oh, so TikTok is so weird. It's such a weird platform. Like it's so weird because you can just post anything. I can post like me stepping on an ant, right? And it might get 3 million views, right? Or I can come up with like some intricate, funny comedy little skit, and that'll get like 2 views. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the things you least expect are gonna blow up, but the things you like, oh man, this should blow up, it's probably not gonna blow up. That's just how I didn't expect that to get 1 million views. Like I thought that was gonna get like maybe like 1,000, couple thousand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once they just kept growing and growing, I'm just getting like 100 followers a day. Just I was like, dang. Now I post another video. Mind you, I got all these followers. I post another video, you get like 3 views. You're like, what? I have 3,000 followers there. What? Why don't I get 3,000 views? So it's just a weird platform.
It is. Like, because everything happens so quick. Because I was watching some Gary Vee stuff about like him talking about TikTok, and how he was saying how it is the right now. It's like what Instagram was back in 2013, 14 when it was out of for a couple years. But like that's when everybody was posting and everybody was starting to put stories. It's the most naturally like growing thing. It's not like the algorithm is like super messed up where you have to be so intricate and detailed, and it's organic. It's going to be organic for maybe the next 6 to 12 months now until
stuff.
Bro, that is crazy. So now, of course, I mean, this podcast is about like diversity, and well, it's not even about that, but it's just about like just the holistic view. You're not the most public person. Like, you just like being private. Like, you just like doing your own thing, like chilling. So how do like it's such a contrast for being a YouTuber and in real life that you just like to chill. Like, where does that come? Like, where does that attitude come from? And how do you balance that?
Like just being hella chill.
Yeah, I mean,
I look at it this way. I mean, as you get older, like my freshman year, went to a lot of parties. You know what I'm saying? Sophomore year kind of did the same thing. Then my junior, I was just like, man, what's the point? I can be doing something else. Especially once I started doing YouTube, starting getting bigger. I'm just like, I could be working right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of going to this party and chilling, because I know I'm gonna get bored and want to leave anyway. But balancing like the super chill life off YouTube and then like super excited on YouTube. It's pretty much like like another persona or like another ego that you gotta have, because on YouTube everybody wants like super fun, funny, super excited type of dude. But like in real life, if you actually be like too excited, it's kind of annoying, So that's how I see that.
Yeah. So, of course, what is the perspective of? Actually, you know what? My bad. I meant to ask this question, but I completely forgot. But who are you, bro? Who's Trey Fields?
Trey Fields.
Like, not what you do, but like, who are you, bro? What's your core?
I'm a workaholic. Number one album on Billboards. The greatest YouTuber ever. And the sexiest man alive. That's who Trey Fields is.
Oh man, but just that in itself alone, where did you when or how were you able to develop that mentality, that Russ, that Kobe, that workaholic mentality, and what was like that growing up in your life, and how you were able to obtain for you just to talk like that?
Well, number one, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I used to go to these schools with like a bunch of rich kids, and I was always the kid who was kind of like in between. Like I knew some of the rich kids, but also knew some of the kids who didn't have money because I was like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of didn't fit in, and that's another thing. I want my kids to grow up and be able to, what I'm saying, just have anything they want. Me, I wasn't growing up having everything I wanted. Sometimes I would have to wear clothes that I wore like 2 years ago because we didn't have money to go shopping. You feel me? So me being a workaholic is just me wanting to get it more. So like whenever I do get older and have kids, they don't have to worry about anything, For me saying like, I'm the sexiest man alive, when I was, what I'm saying, high school, middle school, maybe my freshman year in college, I wasn't that confident. I was confident, but I really wasn't that confident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was confident, but I wasn't that confident because I always knew I could do better. So I started working on myself around like senior year in high school. Like I've been working on my style, how to dress, what fits me, what doesn't fit me. What should I wear? What looks good on me? You know what I'm saying? Because I always wanted to just be better at that. Because I knew I could. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you got to work on. So I focused on that for a long time, like on my own. Really wasn't like public with it, but seeing what people like. Let me wear this shirt, see what the public thinks. See how people react to it. Because if you wear some boots to class, people gonna be like, "Yo, why this dude wearing boots?" You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta start just testing stuff, see how like the public reacts, see if you like it. Workaholic, looks, being funny. I've always been funny. I've just been a clown,
Yeah.
But I'm still chill though. Still chill.
Yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good, bro. That gives a good insight, you know. And of course, you know, diving deeper now, I'm gonna dive into your idea of like being a student athlete. Um, how has that experience been for you? Not just being a student athlete, but also being an All American multiple times. And you know, how has it been to like balancing the life of school and just you like understand like I can't let my ego be inflated because of all these accolades. I still
Mhm.
got to remain humble.
Yeah.
Or you're just walking around campus and people looking at you like, oh, bro, this guy's an athlete. He thinks he got it. It's not like you guys are football players where you see people are driving on the football, being driven to class. And you know what? You understand though. 'Cause I could like, these guys are working their butts off. But
Yeah.
you know, you hear all this like the chatter from the students, like, why did they get this treatment and why did they get to eat over there? And
Like what they work for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like any student athlete. If you go to school for like with the full ride, you earn that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the regular students who's like, oh, well, he didn't deserve that, yada yada yada. Well, you should have did sports. And if you did do sports or you wasn't good at sports, you should have been good at book smart. You know what I'm saying? To get a scholarship that way. You feel me? There's always ways to get compensations that student athletes have. You just gotta work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, they look at me, they're like, oh, he's a student athlete, he's not as smart. He doesn't have to do as much work. He has all the time in the world. He has people to help him. That's not true. I don't got all the time in the world because as soon as I wake up, I go to class back to back to back to back to back. And as soon as that is done, I got to go home, get dressed, go straight to practice. And right after practice, go to weights. And then right after weights, I have to go to tutoring. Then I have time to actually, okay, let me do some other work. You know, I still have the same deadlines as everybody else. I just have less time to do it. I still have the same homework. I'm in the same class as you. I still got to know what you know, but I just have more priorities behind my back than you do. You know, so
mhm.
and some people respect it, respect the hustle. Some people knock the hustle. It is what it is.
Yeah. And not only just being a student athlete, but you also got a chance to be able to compete internationally.
Oh,
Like, yeah, bro, talk about that experience. Talk about like, you know, you went international, you went global, and that's just an opportunity in itself. Like,
oh,
how was it being in freaking Finland? You like in second place.
uh, man, that was fun. The food wasn't good though. I'm not a big fan of like overseas food, man. It was fun though. The food was different. Um, that was a great experience, man. Great experience. Really great experience. It was cool. All my homies, I had some of my homies that was there, so I wasn't alone. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't know anybody. Um, everything there was a lot different though. Stores, the malls, everything is so different. But
Mm,
it's cool. It's really cool.
that's good, bro. And then so like just that experience like there. My next question for you is like thinking about like bigger picture.
Mhm.
How has your identity as you know, because you wear a lot of labels and everything, but like your identity shape your worldview of what you see in the world, you know, being black, being an athlete, all this, like what is like all the stuff and all the experiences that you've done that you've gone through right now, how do you see the world?
I see
No,
the
that's
world like that's a good question. Well, I feel like any person that's black sees the world a lot differently than somebody who's any other race. You know what I'm saying? Because we get a
absolutely.
lot of even at school we get discrimination. I know one time I was it's happened a few times actually. You know, I'm walking down this way on the sidewalk and you know, like a white girl be walking this way and as soon as she get close to me, she'll kind of walk on the grass and kind of go around. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of get further away. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think I was trying to talk to you or you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, it ain't like that. You know? Uh it's another thing, man. Ooh, worldview. Everybody can be their own boss. A lot of people just choose not to.
Mm. Dive in,
People,
dive in.
a lot of people are very comfortable, like just you know what I'm saying, living a normal life, you know, get a job, have kids, raise the kids. work with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Work at the same place you've been working for the next 45 years, retire, get old, die, you know? I don't see it that way. I see it as you can be your own boss, you can have fun, you can do whatever you want to do and still make money, you know? I've seen people with all types of face tattoos and piercings, but they're a millionaire, you know?
Yeah.
It's all how you channel it. It's not like what you do, it's all how you channel what you have. You know what I'm saying? And what you got to work with. And I know me, I got a lot of tattoos, yada, yada, yada. But if I'm able to channel everything right, I'm still going to be a successful person.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be my own boss. I don't want to work for somebody because I feel like working for somebody is just, wearing a suit every day, having somebody yell at my face to get this done at this specific time is just not, in my opinion, is not what God put me on earth. He didn't put me on here to work for somebody. He put me on here to just show people what you can do and what's achievable. And honestly, when I do become a millionaire, I want to do some great things. I want to go overseas because like world hunger, and I see a lot of people like overseas who don't have like the fortunes of like people who do have the fortunes in the United States, and we kind of take a lot of shit for granted. Even though sometimes I do take some stuff for granted, I'm saying I still go out in the world. I want to help people, because it's a very hard life outside of the United States. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't realize that, and I feel like if I'm able to make all this money, I want to help people out. So
yeah, that's true. But I mean, of course, with that attitude, you might get some pushback. Like, you're trying to be like Bill Gates because, everybody's saying that, oh, Bill Gates, like, he was helping all these people. But then, like, I don't know. Like, is he really helping?
yeah, he helping, man. He just don't like going too public with it. And people just be like, oh, he's just stingy with his money. I'm like, man, how about you get your own money? You know what I'm saying? Stop hating on the man who got money. I hate when people got money. Just get your own money.
Yeah.
You guys out there, you just don't want to do it because you're lazy. Stop being lazy. Get up. Go get you some money. Like people, I don't want to start a YouTube. I don't know. Start your YouTube. You over here talking about you want to start a YouTube. Just do it. You talk about it, you may waste more time. And I guess a lot of people are just scared to just take that risk of starting a YouTube because they're scared of the backlash. I was scared of the backlash, but I said, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it anyway because this is what I want to do. It's not your life. It's my life. Yeah, you can maybe have an opinion about my life. That's cool. But when I die, I just know that I did everything I wanted to do. So when I'm laying on my deathbed, I'm like, I lived and I did everything I wanted to do, Lord. Thank you. I want to be on my deathbed like, I could have did this. I could have did that. I should have did this when I was 20-something. I don't want to do none of that, man. I don't want to regret anything.
Yeah. Likewise. I'm not scared of a lot of things, but that's the one thing that I guess I would say that I'm scared, I'm petrified of. Like, it's so funny because when Desi Banks came over for BOTBS, since we got him, right, for hosting, we were talking, and he just told me, like, he said, I just had a different type of energy. Like, I just had, and I told him, hey, he asked me, like, hey, what you want to do? And I told him, and he said, I mean, granted, this man was a little bit drunk, so I don't know. But for me, though, like, after telling him what I wanted to do, he said, I believe in you. Your energy is just so, like, you got it. He told me, like, you have it. Don't be afraid because a lot of people's dreams are in the graveyard. Yeah. And that's the last thing I want to do. Like, bro, that's why I released that book, released my clothing brand, doing this podcast, doing all this, or like getting my realtor's license, all like age of like 21, because I'm like, yo, you see all these other people that have done it before, people that did it at 14, 15, or also people that did it at 40, whatever. But those, no matter what age, just like when your time's come and you're ready for it, you just gotta go. And people can all talk that, but I'd rather be like, hey, I'm not even trying to compare, but like, my life was better because I made a decision for me jumping and taking that risk, while you're over here complaining and crying and saying, I wish I had time back.
Yeah. You just got to do it. You got to go head first. No regrets. If you want to do something, do it. What you waiting for? If you're watching this right now, you want to do something, how about you get up off your butt and you do it? What you waiting for? You scared that somebody going to say something bad about you? Everybody always going to have something to say no matter what you do.
Absolutely.
Bill Gates can donate all his money to charity. People still gonna hate him. Everybody's always gonna have an opinion. You just gotta do what you want to do, man.
Yeah. Another big question for you, bro. What would you like to see change in the United States? Like, we talk about like seeing stuff in the outside, but like, what are some things that during, like, you had time to think? What would you like to see change? And that, like, it's open to any interpretation.
And it's kind of racism, pretty much, towards Black people. Yeah, as you can see, since we got the coronavirus going around, there's been talk about, Black people have, Black folk got a higher percentage or a higher chance of dying, and Black people are catching it more, and the Black dude this, the Black dude that, the Black man this, the Black woman that. I don't want to see that change. I want that little stereotypical stuff, man. It's a little annoying, because we've been dealing with it for so long, and nothing has still changed. Everybody like, it changed a little bit. No, you got people making TikToks about Black people, or even Asians sometimes. But now the Asians starting to turn their backs against the Blacks now. In China, like, the store isn't open for Blacks because
Yes, not a lot of people talking about that.
Crazy.
They kick people out of their homes.
Yeah, I've seen tweets from verified sources. Black folk have a higher chance of getting coronavirus, or Black folks are dying more to coronavirus. Trying to kind of put the stigma on us, like, oh, you want to stay with Black people because they're catching it a lot more and they're dying from it. So now, like, people are kind of like, I don't know about Black people because they're catching it more. And it's just annoying, man.
Definitely feel that.
For sure.
Definitely feel that, man. And now that you have a little bit more times on your hands, like, tell me what are the top 3 things that you've been learning during the quarantine, whether it's a new skill or just things like, now that you had time to chill and you've been thinking about. Just like your top 3 things, your top 3 takeaways as we're getting ready to reopen. And also, what's your opinion on like us reopening?
I feel like it's stupid. In my opinion, because the cases may be going down, right? As soon as reopen, somebody who hasn't got tested yet, who's actually sick, is going coughing with somebody. You know how long it takes for you to even know you have it, right? So then it's gonna spread again, and all of a sudden, boom! Oh my God, the case is jumping back up. Well, I mean, you open up everything. Now you got people coughing on people. Everybody getting re-sick all over again. That's how I feel about that. I feel about like my 3 big takeaways from just having more time. Learned how to invest. I'm up on Robinhood right now, and I'm up $11 right now. I believe I put like 30 in. So right now I'm up $11. You know what I'm saying? I'm at like $41.
Yeah.
Maybe some how to do that. Shout out to Elijah Gifford. You know what I'm saying? He been helping me out. Music for sure. Because if everything would have kept going the way it was going, would have never started music. Ever. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So in a way, I'm grateful for it because I actually like music, And to make my own music is like hella dope to me. Music, investing, and just being able to post more YouTube videos for sure. Definitely.
That's good. And of course, you're in the relationship. I know this quarantine, like, a lot of people. I was watching this video by Trevor Noah, and he had a segment where quarantine relationships, your relationship been tested. How was being in a relationship in quarantine? Oh, hello. Oh, what happened? Record button. What I was saying was, I was watching this Trevor Noah segment, this comedian, and for like the Daily Show, and in quarantine, and like a lot of people's relationships have been tested. They're been for real for what they want. or people thought, oh yeah, it's my ride or die. Oh man. And
Uh,
I'm not just talking about like just relationships with your girlfriend, but also I'm talking about relationships with like your family or your siblings or
yeah.
anybody. So what has this quarantine shown in your relationships? How's it affected your relationships, both with your significant other and as well as with friends that you thought were friends and any stuff like that?
Uh, Friends pretty much stayed the same. It was no different because during school, it was hard to talk to them. Well, it was hard to talk to them then because it was like school, track, homework. You know what I'm saying? We all got that. So that point is pretty much the same. Relationship wise, I mean, you know, she's still here with me, so we've been going to the same school. She's also on the track team with me, so it's just not like anything really changed. We're just with each other more, you know. It's not a bad thing because it was always with each other anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same thing. I guess we've grown a little more, with buying stuff, arguments here and there, but everybody got arguments. You know what I'm saying? Nothing perfect.
Absolutely.
Family, pretty much the same thing. Mom asked me, how I'm doing. I'm doing good. Tell her I'm working. Because now, like I said, we got time, so I'm just going. Because me working towards stuff I like, I feel it feels like it's not a job.
Yeah.
So just working. So all my relationships pretty much the same. Been chilling. I'm a really laid back dude. I'm not the type of dude to just, I need to work on this stuff. I'm not the type of dude to just hit somebody up and be like, hey, how you doing? How you been? I need to work on that though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just with anything, that's just people, we're all different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, my last question, bro, for this interview, because we were literally about to wrap up after that question is, what do you want your legacy to be?
Legacy?
Yeah, man.
The greatest person to ever do anything. I mean, some people got a legacy of being the greatest, specific sport or good at investing or just a good rapper. I want to be greatest rapper, one of the biggest YouTubers to ever be on that platform. Super swaggish, super stylish dude. He's really smart. He's good at investing. He knows how to make money. And he's really, really fast. Like that's what I want to be. So when I'm saying, when I die, my legacy's gonna be like, man, I want to be like Trey because he did it all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just focused on one thing. He was focused on like 10 things. I want to do that. That's all my legacy to be, bro. Even when I talk to my homies, he's like, man, bro, you doing a lot, bro. I'd be like, you got time? He was like, man, you right. You enlightening me right now. I need to get up and start doing stuff. Because he was like, man, I just been chilling. I was like, man, you can be doing YouTube. You can be rapping. You do anything you want to do right now. You got time. He was like, man, you right. So I'm just like, do it. Take advantage of it, bro.
Yeah. I love that answer. I love how I have my other guests that were, they thought about it, and I mean, I think about that too all the time. But I
Yeah.
like how you were just like short to the point, like the greatest to do anything, everything. Do people look at you crazy? Do you ever get the idea, like, do people call you crazy? Like, man, this guy's crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes. I mean, it's just me working, bro. I mean, some people might call me crazy because, like, I'm a super goofy person, but at the same time, I'm super serious about, like, what I want.
Yeah.
So I'm like crazy, and I'm like, oh, he's a little crazy. He's funny, he's a little crazy though, but he's super serious about, when he wants to get something done, he gonna get it done, And that's how I am. But I mean, some people may look at me crazy because when I say that, be like, man, they look like that, like you doing a lot, bro. Like my homie, I was like, man, let's get in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally stayed in the studio. Like when I went back to Houston,
Mm-hmm.
every single day I hit him up. I was like, yo, let's go in the studio. I'm saying we'll stay in the studio till like 3 a.m. He was like, oh man, I'm getting sleepy. Me, I'm like, we can keep going all night. You know what I'm saying? That's like how, you know what I'm saying? I want to get better and better and better. And once I get like the hook of the hook of like how it works and whatnot, I just want to keep going. So people might think I'm crazy on that aspect because I'm always, like I said, I'm a workaholic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Working. Work till you ain't gotta work no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
The family.
I just want to say thank you so much. This is the last segment of the show. It's called the Speak Life segment, and it's just me as an opportunity as the host to speak life to you. Because I'm a big believer of speaking empowerment and encouraging other people. Because I know people used to make fun of like sticks and stones may break your bones, but words never hurt you. I'm like, nah, man. Words are important, and especially giving people their flowers while they're here before they're gone, right? So Trey, bro, I'm just telling you, man, from the very first time I met you, man, I just always admired your work ethic. I've always admired about that. And I'm just like, I got to make sure like some way, somehow, like whether he's doing something great or something supportive, I'm going to make sure I'm going to let him know. Because no, I'm telling you, bro, you inspire me, man. You inspire me from afar. You inspire me like in terms of like just understand like how you are able to do all this stuff. How are you able to continue to push beyond barriers, not literally living the embodiment of being more than an athlete? Your great friends, like you were able to hit it off with my boy Jaden. I'm telling you, Jaden's my I love him.
Jaden, he cool people, bro. When I first met him, he was like super energetic. I was like, yeah, bro, I like his energy. He's very, I won't say he's laid back, but he's like super energized at the same time. And he's very like real or like about what he wants, so because he be dancing and stuff.
Yes.
Like, man, you better make a TikTok. You better do something. Start YouTube or something. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, just do it. I know people always gonna have their opinions. Like I said, just do it, bro.
Yeah, and that's my guy, man. I've known him since freshman year, and me and him, we actually had an episode with him. Had like he was like episode like number 20 or 15, like 2017. But like the person, like a bunch of people hopped onto the episode, and people's lives were changed by this. And it's a blessing that people's lives are being changed by this podcast and whatever. But anyway, man, I just want to say, I just want to give you your flowers while you're here and understand that you do inspire me, and I'm grateful for everything that you're doing, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, I'm rooting for you, and I cannot wait for the moment where you are at the top. And I'm not going to be like, oh, guys, guess what my kid's like? Hey, I knew him. He did it. Because I'm real soon. I'm going to be up there, too. I don't care. Like, I'm that confident in myself that –
yeah, we all gonna be up there. You just gotta keep working.
You just gotta keep working, right? And I'm just like, man, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you taking the time. Always just being somebody that's just doing this thing and doing it well. So
appreciate that, brother. I'm trying. Gotta keep my hair screwed on right. You know what I'm saying? It's a little hard. You gotta keep your hair screwed on.
Yeah, bro. But where can people follow you at? Put your plug out, like what people follow you.
Follow me on Instagram at DeuceXAce. Been blowing up. Stop playing. I've only been on Instagram for like 2 years now. A lot of people been on for like 8 years, 7 years, 5 years. I've been on for 2. I started my Instagram my freshman year in college. I am a junior right now. It's about 3 years.
Okay.
2.5, 3. I say 2 though.
So DeuceXAce on Instagram,
Twitter, DeuceX. If you want to play Fortnite, I'm saying you can add me on Epic Games at President J. I'm saying if you want to follow me on YouTube, me and Alyssa, Trey and Alyssa on YouTube, it will pop up and you will see us. You know what I'm saying? 30K. That's about it.
Man. I'm grateful, man. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. And that's that. That's that, bro.
Slat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When is gonna be up?
It'll be up at